try another one on your own. So I will give you the starting pitch and then you can pause and come back to check your answer. This time, I'd like you to build an F natural minor scale. I assume by now you've got your answer to my question for the F natural minor scale, and I hope your answer looks like this. Does it? I sure hope it does. We'll do one more example. This time, I'd like you to make a B natural minor scale. So take a moment, make your B natural minor scale, and then restart the video. Hopefully, your answer looks like this. Good. If it does, then you're ready to learn about the harmonic minor scales. So now we'll begin with those. The first thing you should know is what they sound like. So let me play one for you. As you might imagine, the harmonic minor scale is used mainly for harmonies within pieces of music. The most common reason for this has to do with something we call a cadence. Now, we're not actually going to cover harmonies or cadences until much later in the semester. However, I would like you to hear the difference between these two cadences. So normally we have something called an authentic cadence at the end of a piece of music, where we have two chords that one follows the other and then the piece is over, and usually as listeners, when we hear them, we know the piece is over. So if I'm playing this cadence in a harmonic minor, you would hear this. Sounds conclusive, right? In the natural minor, it doesn't sound as conclusive. Can you hear the difference? Okay, so when we use the natural minor, it's mainly for harmonies. The harmonic minor. When we use the harmonic minor, it's mainly for harmonies. Right now, if I play the harmonic minor scale, you might notice it sounds a little bit strange. You might notice that there is what sounds like a skip between the 6th and 7th notes. There's a step that's actually larger than a whole step between the 6th and 7th note. This is not generally conducive to melodies, although of course some composers have used it and other musicians use it too, but more as an effect. We do use the harmonic minor scale for harmonies. So what's the difference between the natural minor and harmonic minor scales? Well, it's just one note. The only difference between the natural minor and the harmonic minor scale has to do with the 7th note in the scale. Now, if you were using our first method, where you just thought of the pattern of whole steps and half steps, probably the best thing to do would be to build your natural minor scale and then raise the 7th note by a half step. Now I have a harmonic minor scale. So using that first pattern, I would just build my natural minor scale and then raise the 7th note a half step. Could you memorize the pattern for this too? Of course you could, but it gets very complicated. It's easier just to remember the natural minor pattern and then raise the 7th note. That'll give you a harmonic minor. If you were starting with a major scale, remember, when you built your natural minor scale from the major, you lowered the 3rd, 6th, and 7th note. So to make a harmonic minor, you would just only lower the 6th and 7th note from a major scale, and then you'd have a harmonic minor scale. So let's try doing this both ways. First, let's try building a harmonic minor scale using our major scale pattern that we've memorized, rotating it around to make a natural minor scale, and then raising the 7th note. We're going to start on E. Remember our pattern? How does it go? Whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. Good. Okay, now let's use that to make our natural minor scale. Here we are on E. A whole step above E gives us F sharp. Here's F sharp. A half step above F sharp gives us G. Whole step above G gives us A. Whole step above A gives us B. A half step above B gives us C. A whole step above C gives us D. And a whole step above D gives us E. Now, what do we have to do to make this a harmonic minor scale? Which note are we going to change? The 7th note. So which one is the 7th note? This one is. And we're going to raise it or lower it? Raise it. Good. By a half step, we make it a D sharp. And there we have an E harmonic minor scale. Let's try doing it the other way we talked about. This time we'll start on F, and we'll begin by making an F major scale. Here we have a B flat, right? To get a half step above A. Good. Okay. B flat. C. B. B. And F. Okay. There's our F major scale. Now remember when we made a natural minor scale, which notes did we rate, or lower rather? The 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th. Okay, so if we were going to make a natural minor scale, we would lower the 3rd, 6th, and 7th note. But then, to make a harmonic minor, we would raise the 7th. So that would just cancel it out, right? So we'll just lower the 3rd and 6th note. And now we have a harmonic minor scale. Okay, shall we practice one more? Yes. This time I'm going to tell you what to build, and then I want you to pause the video, build your scale, and then turn it back on. I would like A flat harmonic minor. Did you get your answer? And did it look like this? Of course, with minor keys, the one starting on A, you can use the same trick you used with C, right? C major has no sharps and flats, C sharp has all sharps, C flat has all flats. Well, the same is true with A. A minor has no sharps and flats, A flat minor. If we hadn't been in harmonic minor, all the notes would have had flats. That's just another trick.